A bunch of you guys have been coming over to my streams recently, been asking me, Luke, are you gonna try the First Berserker Kazan? It's a really high intensity, high octane action RPG with a beautiful art style. And you know what? I kept telling you guys, yes, I'm gonna try it. Yes, I'm gonna try it. I'm just waiting because we're gonna do something cool with it. And here we are in this video. I'm gonna show you something totally insane. And we're gonna look at the game and check out the game because I've heard very good things about it. But I'm very excited. As you can see, we've got the game running. We're checking it out. And I'm excited to sort of sink my teeth into it, as it were, because I've heard basically nothing but good things about this. Even just the other day, I was talking to a buddy of mine and he was telling me, like, dude, you got to check this out. This game is fire. So here we are. I'm always down for a new ARPG. And it seems like this one is really making a splash. A lot of people are absolutely eating it up. So we're going to check it out today, kind of in two phases. I'm going to go through this sort of intro prologue sequence and talk about it briefly as I get my feet under me, and then I'm gonna play a bunch of it and come back once I actually kind of know what I'm talking about, having put a few hours into the game. So it's gonna be a little trippy. But speaking of a little trippy, I'm proud of that transition, if I do say so myself. I want to say thank you for Samsung for sponsoring the following segment of this video and for providing some of the coolest gaming tech I think I've seen in a very long time. And I am not joking. This is crazy. You might be wondering why the screen moves with my head, as you can see here. Well, there's a reason for that. It's the monitor I'm playing on, the Samsung Odyssey 3D. Samsung sent this monitor over, and I've never been so excited to unbox a new gaming peripheral in my life. You see, the Samsung Odyssey 3D is a 3D 4K gaming monitor that allows you to play games in 3 dimensions without glasses. You just sit in front of it and it makes games 3D. I'm not joking. You see, the First Berserker Kazan is actually an officially supported game for the Odyssey 3D, meaning the devs have actually built it out in a way where it fully maximizes the potential of the monitor, as I'm gonna show you. And once you've done that, it's gonna look trippy for you here in just a second, but if I back out, the game actually starts rendering 2 different versions of the game. And for you, they look combined, but for me, the monitor actually tracks my eyes and the position they are in 3D space, which is why the camera moves when I move my head. And it actually assigns one of those versions of the footage to my right eye and the other to my left with the millions upon millions of pixels that are on this display, meaning that I don't need 3D glasses. I can move around and peek behind the character and he actually looks like he's popping out towards me. And as like the snow is blowing through the scene, it looks like it's actually blowing into my room. It is straight up magic. Right now they have the First Berserker Kazan and the Lies of P as supported partnered games. And there are more and more games being officially supported constantly. And they actually have AI tools to transform other games and other media like videos into 3D for you to experience as well. Even if they have not been updated specifically for the 3D tech that they have here, they can actually use their AI algorithms to turn it into 3D stuff, which is pretty cool if you have the gaming hardware to support it, of course. And other than just games, you can also use this AI conversion tech to allow you to watch videos or even movies in 3 dimensions without having to lift a finger. And what's also really cool about the monitor is that it also is just a really high quality 4K gaming monitor with 165 hertz refresh rate with 1 millisecond response times, meaning it is very much up to par for first-person shooter games or other games that require really quick response times and inputs from the player. And within Samsung software, you can actually set a hotkey to turn the 3D effect on or off, or you can go into settings in supported games and turn it on or off that way. Meaning if you ever want to just go back to 2D, you can do that, but then you can swap back to 3D as quick as a flash. And I should also mention that it has NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync technology both supported on the monitor. So whichever hardware you're running on the GPU side, you can rest assured that the monitor is not going to struggle with screen tearing or anything like that. Not to mention, the monitor is also just a looker. It has edge lighting on the bottom, meaning you can set it to just ambiently present various colors or stick at one, or you can even sync it to the game you're playing to increase immersion. And the monitor also has some crazy good speakers built into it as well, which I can't really demonstrate with my setup, unfortunately, but I actually tested them before we started filming this video, and it's actually pretty impressive for a monitor of this size to have really solid speakers. Like it's just, again, impressive across the board. I don't know what else to say. I like it. I'm impressed. So if you're interested in the Samsung Odyssey 3D, I recommend you check it out at the link in the description box below or in the pinned comment. I seriously have not experienced something like this in my life, and it blows my mind that this is technology that we have. Like it's actual magic, and that's what I love about cutting edge tech. And I'm giddy. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just I'm so impressed right now. It's crazy. But like I said, check them out below, and thank you to Samsung for sponsoring this segment. But here we are back in the First Berserker Kazan. I love ARPGs. They're one of my guilty pleasure games. I just eat them up. I don't know why. I think it's the sense of achievement and progress that I really eat up. The idea that after just like a couple of hours, you're going to be making tons of progress moving forward. I just love that, and it helps motivate me to keep going. You know, I think it's one of the reasons I've never really eaten up a lot of like roguelike type games, because you start it, you play it for like 20 minutes, you might make a ton of progress, and then you like get walked back because you screwed something up. But you know, this game and ARPGs like it, you're actually growing in strength significantly as you go from moment to moment, and something in my little monkey brain just loves that. I just eat it up. Ooh, we got stagger. Too bad I like to do some stagger damage. Ooh, baby. Ooh. And it's tight too. And I don't really know how to explain that other than the like controls are really, really responsive, and it also does what you expect it to do, you know? Like when you expect to parry and you feel like that should have been a parry, when a game is tight, it works the way you expect it to work. It feels the way you expect it to feel. And you would think that that would be like a no-brainer, easy thing for devs to tackle, but it's actually really, really tricky because it just takes a lot of fine-tuning to get there. Received stamina damage, okay. Already we're in the nitty-gritty of leveling up proficiency. Oh, baby. Well, you know what we gotta do. We gotta crank strength. There we go, upgrade that, and we are ready to go. Backing out. I also am eating up the art style too. I love the like cel-shaded look mixed with some actual like 3D models and textures. Not everything in the world is cel-shaded, only like the characters are, and some of the like more organic elements like the wood and stuff like that. And I like it. There we go. Okay, come here. I'm trying not to just spam. You know, like when you play Sekiro and you just start spamming the parry button? I'm trying not to do that. But it's because I suck. That's the main reason. Let's be honest. There we go. Oh, you can knock them off. Okay. If they can fall off, I'm guessing I can fall off too. And so I'm not going to test it. I ain't going to test it. Let's heal up a little. Oh, he wanted to see his daughter and he died there. Dude, once you're a dad, I'm a dad. I got 2 little boys myself. I tell you what, things just change. Little bitty things like that just hit you in the feels, man. You're like, oh, I feel so bad now. Oh, and it's just like a little NPC sitting on a cliffside, but it's enough to make me feel really, really bad. Oh, already we got like a mini boss brute. I don't think this is even a mini boss. It's just a brute, big dude. Remember when I said I was going to try not to just spam the parry? Well, I spammed the parry. But this brings me to my point from earlier, which is that I want to break this video up into a couple of pieces where I have time to kind of go and try to get to learn how the game works and understand it. And that's my plan. So basically, I'm going to go and work my way through some of the early stages of the game, not anything spoilerific or anything. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about my experience after I've put some more time into it. Because I don't want to like play 20 minutes of a game like this and be like, oh yeah, I totally know what I'm talking about. I want to give it a little bit more time. Oh no, my camera's dead. Hold on, I forgot to plug it in. Oh, I'm in the middle of a fight. Damn it. What are you gonna do, man? Ah. Okay, hold on. I'm almost okay. Okay, he's dead. He's dead. Just imagine that was cool. Okay. Okay, we are back. The camera is working. I have a cat next to me, which is always great. Little Miss Hermione is joining us. But I have been playing this game, not just last night in bed after the camera died on me, but also for a good chunk of this morning. And I will admit, it took me a little while to get past the first, like, boss. It was a bit of a skill check. Took me a little while to figure it out. Stop chewing on the microphone. It's made of metal. You can't eat it. Stop. This is why she's not allowed in here. Anyway, you can see the gameplay footage of the first Yeti boss here, and it's tough. They definitely set this, kind of like Father Gascon in Bloodborne, as the first skill-based check for the player. You know, this is the moment where you've got to prove that you understand how the basic mechanics work, how you understand that, like, parries are important, how you understand the positioning, the different way of, like, charging attacks, positioning to hit the boss in specific areas. And it takes a little while, but once you kind of have demonstrated that you know what you're doing and you're able to do it, it's actually fairly intuitive and easy to get past. And now that I'm a few hours into the game, you can see I've got a totally different loadout, and that is because there's actually a good amount of gear in the game, and they actually give it to you quite frequently. As you can see here, there's multiple different weapons. At this point, I've only got these 3 basic weapons, but even among those, there's all sorts of different ones. If we go down to armor sets, you can see there's all different ones. They have different stats that, of course, have an effect on your overall build. You can go for, like, set bonuses if you happen to get all of the like Hound set of armor, or the Volk Warrior's vest, or that whole set. You get perks for each of those, and there's a lot. I mean, they'll throw you duplicates of stuff for sure, but it makes it so it's worth engaging in, like, even the little grunt enemies, because they have a chance of dropping gear, which I personally love. I eat that up. I like it when games give you a reason to fight even the little guys as the game goes on. You can also see we've got accessories like necklaces, rings that also have status effects. There's all sorts of additional items, as you would expect in many ARPGs, things that maybe give you health, or lacrima, which is basically the currency you use for leveling up in this game. And then also things like fire enhancer to give you fire effects on your weapons, which can be very, very good against certain enemies that may be weak to fire. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Just little tip for you. But then there's also abilities and skills that can be learned, such as this one, which is just a gigantic spear basically, and I use the little yellow charges at the bottom of the screen to use it. I don't know what I thought was there. I walked straight off the cliff. Okay, that was my bad. Anyway, there's stuff like that. There's also additional abilities and skills that you can gain. If we go to the skill tree, you can see there's all sorts of stuff that you can unlock using these little mastery points. And with each of these, you can see, maybe I want the manifest power ability, increase the reach of the charged potent blows. Okay, I could do that. Or if I want to level up this particular ability that I've routed to right bumper and Y, I can do that. Or I can swap the weapon I'm leveling up. I can go over to common abilities, which will apply to pretty much whatever. This one, if I happen to do left bumper and Y, I can actually reflect attacks. And just like that, I've added a totally new type of parry, which I just love. I mean, I love how fluid it is too. It's just very tight, very responsive, and there's a lot here too. And I love the multiple different weapon types too. If you happen to like the more slow and methodical attacks of the greatsword, you can do that, or you can swap to the spear for quick positioning. I can charge this up. Whoop, bagoosh. Nice and easy. I'm a greatsword player in a lot of runs of like Monster Hunter games, so this is like, this is my baby right at home. Tell you what. And this is also still just considered the tutorial section. I mean, depending on your like skill level, I guess it could take you longer or shorter to get through these areas. Like I saw on social media, some people took like 2 hours to get past the first boss. It was not like that for me. I think it was like 25 minutes or so for me to get past him. But it does take a little bit of practice, and you have to kind of calm down, take a deep breath, and be like, okay, what are we doing? And you just work your way through it. That's kind of what it takes in a lot of these games, is you just have to take a deep breath, focus, and then you can knock it out. I think it's also worth noting that these games also rely a lot on your build. I mean, This is not one of those ARPGs that has skills and stats and stuff and just doesn't use them. It very much does. And so if you were hoping to just like randomly throw points into different spots and hope that it just works out for you, that's not what this game is. It's like one level of strength can do a lot more damage. One level of vitality can do a lot more healing, or give you a lot more health rather. And I appreciate that because it makes every single level feel significant, but it's worth noting if you are like stuck at the first boss and you're going crazy, maybe just focus on like leveling up a little bit, you know, go grind some of these NPCs a couple of times, level up once or twice, and you'll be good to go. That is one of the nice things about ARPGs like this, is that if you have the skill to do it on your first try, you can, and work your way through at that point, you know, lower level than a lot of other people would be. But if you need to go and work on getting some levels and some lacrima to level up, you can do that, and it's totally fine. Oh, they almost got me with that. Ooh, something purple. Oh, I thought I dodged it. You ran in front of my spear, dude. I just love the thud. I love the thud, man. I also personally appreciate that as the game has like gone through these opening hours, there's been a shift in what I thought was possible. So previously, like this guy shooting arrows down at me as I crossed the bridge, he would normally just be like, oh, well, I guess I've got to run up there and hope I don't get jumped. That's basically all I can do. But as the game has gone on and you gain new abilities like the spear, there's new possibilities that open themselves up to you. And you're like, oh, I can spear him in the face. That's an option. And oop, chest. Hold on. Hold on. Goodies. Gear, please. Yeah, baby. So like here, you look in your gear, you just go over to this tab. Ooh, what did I get? Oh, well, it's better in the defense stat, but it doesn't give me like these different damage increases and these additional little stats that I like. So I'm gonna keep what I have there. And then this, I get stamina cost decrease, stat bump, but I still think this is better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep what I've got. But I love that. I personally, that little, ooh, piece of candy ARPG thing, whether it's Diablo or the first Berserker Kazan, I just love that kind of thing. It's what gets me excited in these games and makes me want to look in every single, you know, nook and cranny, every corner to make sure I don't miss anything. That is ultimately the key, is it not? Ooh, big boy. Let me use an ability. Nope, I don't have any. Let me hit him with this. Skadoosh. Look how much damage that does. Who would not want a greatsword? Come on, dude. I can two-tap that dude. And then take his shoes. What shoes did I get? See what I mean? Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, way better. It's not gonna give me the same stat buffs, health recovery speed. I still think it's a net positive. I'm gonna take it. I'm doing it. One of the other things I appreciate about these games is that they signal what like the boss's movesets are gonna be in the mini bosses that are before them. And so they like sort of covertly teach you how to beat the boss without you realizing it. And I just love that kind of thing. I think it's so cool. You know, like, have you ever wondered, how do I like kind of know how to deal with this boss before I've even seen them? And it's because they basically taught you slowly in the level leading up to the boss, because I would bet you that the boss at the end of this arena has attacks that are similarly paced to these. It might not be the exact same moves or anything, but they're very similar in pace and rhythm, which is a huge part of these types of games. What's down there? I'm not gonna fall. I think that's where I just was. I'm not gonna test it though. Oh yeah, and there's shortcuts. So you see, I just dropped that there. Now I can descend. And now I don't have to go all the way up and around like I just did while we were recording this. And I can just go level up, or if I die, which I probably will, I can just do that real quick and I can make my way back up. Oh, and here I get a leveled up version of these weapons, the dual wield. Here we go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Little combat challenge. Let's get it. Let's get it. Mini boss. And skadoosh. Oh, I'm so close. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Recover that stamina. That's one of the other things you gotta like learn in this game is that they are not joking when they say manage your stamina carefully. It's very much true. There we go. Okay. Took me longer than it should have. Okay. I got pretty damn close to dying. Now, do I fight two of them at the same time? Probably, right? No? Okay. Ooh, but look at this though. Look at that. Oh, I don't even care that I'm losing those perks. That's so sexy. Oh my God. Oh, look at those stats. Oh, I'm in love. It's all I ever need. So anyway, if you're interested in the First Berserker Kazan, I highly recommend it. I am having a very good time. I actually was playing it on my ROG Ally in bed last night, and it runs pretty solidly there too. And I'm having a great time. It's really tight. It's really well done. So many of these ARPGs that are made by like lesser known studios that aren't like the big quadruple A studios, they kind of just like come out. There's tons of problems with them. And as long as you're willing to like put up with it, you're doing fine. But this is just a really, really well made one, really well put together. And I don't honestly have many notes. It's just really well done. Like I'm having a great time, and ultimately that's the bellwether for these types of games. If you're having a good time and it's difficult but also not like frustrating and unfair, then you can have a great time with it. It's just so often these games have to be so tightly optimized and balanced that they have to feel fair. If they're difficult and they don't feel fair, it's not fun. It's miserable at that point, and it's just this masochistic sort of dance with nonsense. And in this case, it actually feels fair. It feels like when I die, it's because I screwed up. And that's really what you need with all of these games. You just have to make sure that they feel fair. And like, once you figure it out, you will be able to overcome the challenge. Speaking of challenge, this guy looks like a challenge. Damn it. This is gonna be tough. Yep, here we go. This is gonna be great. Blade Phantom. Skadoosh, nope. Oh, okay. It's gonna take me a while to learn these patterns, I can already tell. Especially with the greatsword. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. He's got a hammer? That's not fair. Oh, I thought I dodged it. I was wrong. I love the weapon swapping though. That's so good. Quick little parry, a little stabby stab. Charge. Oh, yeah, I thought I could get out of there in time. It's tough doing greatsword against a guy like this that has his own big charged attacks. Because that happens. That happens. So anyway, I'm going to grind this out myself now. I'm going to kind of turn off the hot lights and I'm going to keep playing. But let me know if you're going to check out the game in the comment section below. I am interested in hearing whether you're going to tackle it yourself. And again, a huge thank you to Samsung for sponsoring the segment earlier in the video. This monitor is absolutely insane and I am thoroughly impressed with it. It is as close to technical magic as I think I've ever experienced. It's just breaking my brain that this is technology humans have. So I'm thoroughly impressed. You can see Hermione is too. She's like, oh, yes, quiet. Gets up and walks around. You're funny. Oh, go over there, stretch. Oh, yeah. Like you've been working hard. I haven't either. I'm playing video games. Anyway, thanks for watching. I love you all so much. Thank you for making my dreams a reality. Until next time, my friends. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.